My name is Chris, and I'm here to help you stay connected. Today, I want to talk about the importance of Twitter in an emergency. Now, normally you wouldn't think Twitter and emergency really go well together, but let's take a look at what happens during an emergency. If something's happening, be it weather-related, earthquake, civil unrest, anything that's happening, your first thing is you want to find out what's going on. Often you're going to go to the TV, often you're going to listen to the radio. But what if that disaster is causing a power outage? There goes your TV. So, every emergency preparedness expert will say in your 72-hour kit, which is the kit you should have ready anytime you may need to evacuate or be self-contained for 72 hours, always should have a radio with a battery backup. Now, radio is great. It's easy to carry, portable. You can tune into your local station, find out what you need. But radio stations also broadcast to a much larger geographic area. If they're trying to tell everybody over a large area what's going on, how do you know what's going on locally? This is where Twitter can be really helpful. First, with Twitter, you don't have to wait for a radio broadcast to eventually get over to you. If you've ever watched an election result, you'll notice that if you're waiting for the results for your one specific riding, sometimes it takes a while. They go through all the other ridings, and if you look away, next thing you know, you come back and you've missed it. With Twitter, you have the ability to search through important tweets specifically related to the area of your interest, where you're located or what is the cause of the issue. So, for example, if you're having isolated flooding here, maybe some damage over here, but you're right now just interested in the flooding that may be coming towards your area, you want to know about that. That's the great thing about Twitter. So, how do you get started with Twitter, and how do you get started preparing using Twitter as an emergency preparedness tool? Well, I'll tell you. First, if you don't already have an account, sign up. Twitter, it's free, and I think everyone should be on it for this very specific reason. Now, yes, of course, if you want to go ahead and follow some celebrities and get some inspirational quotes and follow your friends, absolutely do it. Great thing to do. But for emergency preparedness, this is where Twitter lists come in. Now, if you don't know what a list is, a list allows you to make a selection of people or accounts that you follow all appear on a single list. So it filters out all the other accounts you may follow and just focuses on this. So I would recommend, if you're going to do that, you set up a special list just for emergency preparedness or for your area, and you include on there the accounts that you need to follow. Who do you follow? Good question. What you need to know is you need to follow the people that are going to give you trusted information. So when you're looking on Twitter, you might find some information, some of it may be true, some of it may not be. But if you follow trusted accounts that are going to give you the right information, that's the best way to do it. So, a city, a region, province, police or fire to support anyone of those who have a Twitter account, follow them. A trusted media outlet, you're going to want to follow them. So for example, if you have a local television broadcaster or radio broadcaster that is going to have the ear of the local state media officials, officials from province, state, city, who are giving all the correct information on what to do and what to look out for, that's who you're going to want to follow. Follow and listen to what they have to say. If there's a localized citywide emergency, that's why a city account is a trusted account that you're going to want to follow. All the information that you're going to need is going to come out of that. If there's a weather-related event, you're going to want to follow trusted news sources for weather. It could be your local media broadcasters. It could be something like the Weather Network, Environment Canada, in the States, the NOAA, or the Severe Storms Predictions Laboratory. Anything like that that you want to be are trusted sources for weather. That's who you're going to follow during the weather event. If there's a hurricane coming, the Hurricane Prediction Center is also another great source, both in the United States and in Canada. You notice how I'm emphasizing that you really want to be focusing on official channels. During an emergency, there's a lot of information going back and forth and a lot of confusion as it is. If you're not getting the right information, you could be sent to the wrong location if you're being evacuated. You could be told there's a storm coming when there isn't, or even worse, you could be told there's not a storm coming when there is. So that's why it's important to go for official information. Often you'll see retweets coming through, and most of the time they're probably fairly good. However, there's the odd time when information is getting passed that's either wrong, inaccurate, misleading, and it could be just legitimately somebody made a mistake, or it could be someone a little bit more for nefarious reasons wanting to post hoaxes or wrong information. That's why you want to stick with the trusted sources. So what is a hashtag? In Twitter and on social media, a hashtag is used to allow you to become that tweet or social media message to become searchable. So a hashtag, the hash is looks like the pound sign you see on a phone, followed by a word, combination of words, or an acronym that is stuck together. So if you have a tweet and you see hashtag something, like for example, during severe weather events in our area, you do hashtag OnStorm, O-N storm, for Ontario storms. Anytime you do a search for hashtag OnStorm, any of the discussion going on by anybody in regards to that event using that hashtag is now searchable and visible. The great thing is you've got a lot more information now available to you, and sometimes the information that official sources like government are getting often come from people who are using these hashtags, so you're getting the information at the same time as them. Of course, take everything you see with a grain of salt. Nothing is verified, so you don't know if what you're seeing is legitimate or not. So make sure you can take the information you see in the hashtag searches along with the official accounts, information from the official accounts, and that's how you decide what you're going to be, what is true, what is not, and what you need to know to keep yourself safe. Now remember, Twitter isn't just a one-way communications tool. It's a two-way communications tool. So yes, you can get information from all the news sources about what is going on, but with Twitter, you can also communicate in and be part of that conversation, which is where the hashtags come in. So you may not just be searching for it. As you see things, as you take photographs of what's going on and post them, use that hashtag. The nice thing also about Twitter, instead of people worrying about you and wanting to find out how you're doing by phoning you, maybe tying up phone lines that could be better used for first responders, fire, police, and ambulance, you can use Twitter and other social media outlets to broadcast how you're doing. If everything's fine, just send out a message saying, hey everybody, in the middle of a flood, your house is fine, don't worry about us, we'll keep you posted. Or maybe something more serious, we're being evacuated to this area, we'll keep you posted when we have an opportunity. This keeps all your family and friends aware of how you're doing, what's going on, and so they don't worry quite as much. And because Twitter is a two-way communications tool, the best tool to use on is your smartphone. So make sure that when you have your Twitter account signed up and your list is all ready to go, download and install the Twitter app on your smartphone. That way you can be signed in, have easy access to all your information. In the event of a power outage, you've got your phone hopefully powered up, and you can access everything. If your internet goes down, your smartphone will connect over to the wireless network. And, nice thing about Twitter, if in the event you're having phone issues, the data network's a little sluggish, with Twitter, you can still send messages out by text message. So Twitter is actually one of the most versatile communications tools for communicating during an emergency. Twitter and other social media sites have now matured to the point that they should be considered a vital part of any emergency preparedness plan. They keep you informed, and they keep you connected, and that can save your life. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you learned something from it. If this is the first time you've seen one of my videos, welcome to my channel. Hopefully you'll find something here of interest. If you're returning and you've seen a few of my other videos, you've learned that I've done a lot of videos all about staying connected. To me, I love helping people learn how to stay connected, whether it's just at home, on vacation, out in the wilderness, or during an emergency. So, if there's anything that you want to see, don't forget to include it in the comments section below. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button over there. I plan more videos similar to this, anything about staying connected during an emergency, anything about staying connected in the wild, on vacation, product reviews. There's lots of stuff I want to do, but I also want your input. If there's something you want to see, let me know.